So today we are going to learn how can we use Ajax and jQuery in Django forms. So let me first tell you what is the need of Ajax. There are times when we don't want our page to reload, but we want to send the data to the backend for processing it or to saving the form. So in these cases Ajax is quite helpful, and today we are going to learn how can we integrate Ajax and Django to work together. So let us first see what we are going to do. So this is a normal HTML form, and what we want to do is that we don't want this submit button. Instead, whenever a user makes some changes, for example, if a user changes this drop down select option, then we want to submit the form. So that is the task for today. So for that, first let me remove this submit button. So in the code of this front-end code, I am commenting out the button and just reloading the page. Okay, so our button is not there, and if I type anything and I am changing it to Gurgaon, form successfully submitted. Let me verify it in the backend also. So we have got a new form. Yes, so this was successfully submitted for us. So now let's see how I made this. So this is the HTML page, and I am rendering the form as this. This is the part which is responsible for rendering of form. So we have to just pass in this variable form variable, which I am sending from the backend, my views.py file, and I am just enclosing it in double parenthesis, so it will get rendered out in the HTML form. But there is one serious question: how can we use the ID? How can we pass in the IDs of this field or the content of this field without having the ID? So one thing that we can do is to serialize the form. But today I am going to show you without serializing the form. Even without serializing the form, how can we pass in the data? So to see the ID of the title field, content field, these fields, we have to inspect these elements. So I'm clicking on this arrow button, and let me choose the title field. So this code is responsible for the title field. This is an input field, and it has an ID of ID underscore title. So I'm going to use it in my HTML code, and similarly the content will have ID underscore content, and the location drop down menu will have an ID of location underscore ID underscore location. So coming back to our HTML page, we have rendered out our form. Then what we need to do is we have to use JavaScript events to run an Ajax call, and that will send our data to the backend. So this is the triggering of the event: document.get element by ID, ID underscore location. This is responsible for the drop down, and whenever there is a change in the value of the drop down, we are going to run this function save data. So this is our save data function, in which we are taking the token, CSRF token, which is responsible for the security of our form and our website. Then we are taking the value of the ID underscore title, similarly ID underscore content, and ID underscore location. And what we are going to do is we are going to pass on these we are putting it in this variable named data, and we are going to pass on this data in an URL. So I have set up my URL, and it corresponds to a view which looks as such. So this is my view which corresponds to that URL, and once we receive data, we are going to print that by using request printing request.post. then we can do all sort of stuff with it, but I'm going to put this data into a form and create. Actually, not putting this, I'm not putting it in a form. Instead, I'm going to directly use blockmodel.objects.create method to save this in my backend. So this is how we can actually pass data from the front end and we can save in the backend. One more thing which is important to know: once everything is successful, then our Ajax will run this success function. So whatever written within this parenthesis, that will run once our Ajax call is success. So once our Ajax call is success, I have made an empty div, this one, and I am going to put this message form successfully submitted into this div, and I am going to print this data, whatever comes from the backend, into the console. So that was all. One more thing, that if that call is not successful, then this error function will run, and in this error function we can print some error. For example, console.log some error occurred. So this is how our Ajax call and Django can be made together, and this is how we can pass on information without actually refreshing the page.